I want to talk just a moment to the men whose wives have either emotionally checked out or even physically left. Now, I want to make it clear, I'm not talking to the men who are like, hey, you know what, I'm better off without her, forget her, I'll find somebody better, grass is greener on the other side. If that's of your mind right now, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the men that are saying, I am not willing to give up yet. I know I've made some mistakes. I've contributed to the current reality and current condition of this marriage, and I am determined to honor God in this thing. And so I am going to fight for this marriage like I never have before. If that's you, I have something for you. If you find yourself in this situation where your wife has left or she's checked out, maybe she's threatening divorce or has already filed for divorce, regardless of who's at fault, regardless of what you or her or both have done to contribute to the current reality, you are going to go through what I call the reality check phase. Now, the reality check phase is a painful phase. This is where you are going to start to see and feel things that you have missed, possibly for decades. You are going to start to view her differently. You're going to start to view the importance of this marriage differently, and things are going to become extremely painful. But this is your reality check of possibly seeing how much value she really is and how little value you've actually held for her. All the things that you've done or said or not done and not said that's contributed to making her get to a place where she wants to leave, all of that's going to start to become very clear. And you're going to have a choice during this reality check phase. Is either I can start to feel the pain and I can start to feel the pressure and I can start to feel all this roller coaster of emotion, and I can turn and run to the world to try to numb the pain, and I will try to rehearse stories and circumstances and past things and lies, and I will continue to play them in my head to justify the lack of effort all this time that I have put into this marriage. Hey, you know what? This is where we have the opportunity to start telling ourselves, well, you know what? She doesn't appreciate me. I've been working my butt off trying to provide and all this, and all she does is nag, nag, nag. Why would I try to put more effort into this thing? Those are the types of things that we'll start to tell ourselves to justify why I am not putting effort in. But during the reality check phase, you have an opportunity to start to say, I am not going to be believing and telling myself those stories anymore. And I'm not going to run to things to numb the pain. No, in fact, I am going to hit this pain head on. I am going to embrace the pain. And in doing so, I am going to embrace truth. I am going to say, you know what? Yes, I have done things and not done things that have contributed to the current condition of my marriage. I am going to examine what I could have done differently. I'm going to examine why my wife is at a place where she's like, I'm out, peace out. Maybe you've done something extremely hurtful. Maybe she has. Maybe you both have. But regardless, if you're saying I'm going to dig my heels in deeper, then in this reality check phase, I have to refuse and rebuke the numbness that I may have been feeling. I have to say, you know what? Yes, I'm manning up and I'm taking responsibility and I am repenting. I am apologizing for my lack. But the second thing you must do inside of the reality check phase, if you want to stand a chance of winning back your wife and allowing God to restore your marriage, is you've got to reconnect back with God. The majority of men that I talk to on a daily basis has lost connection with God. And in this reality check phase of the hurt and the pain, now they want to start praying. Now they're going to church. Now they're reading their Bible. But they got disconnected somewhere along the way. And God was not the priority. So in this phase, you've got to say, not only am I going to rebuke all of this garbage in my life, but I am going to turn to God. I'm going to embrace Him. I'm going to embrace truth. And I am going to rise up into the man that God has called me to be. The Bible says many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but very few choose and make the choice to answer that call. He is calling you. He's calling you to rise up into the man that he's called to be. He's calling you to kingship, to rise up into a king under the King of Kings, and produce much fruit, and go to war for your wife like you never have before. So if you find yourself in this reality check phase, this is no time to give up. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. But push through that. Connect with the Lord. Embrace truth. And put away all the stupid, childish crap that you have entertained for so long. It's time to go to war, and it starts within this reality phase.